My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'll be spending a day with the three creators of Among Us to learn the truth about how this immensely popular social deduction game that initially received almost no interest before suddenly exploding 2 years after its release really came to be. By the end of this video, we'll find out. Has this massive leap in virality unlocked an endless array of possibilities for this incredibly small team? Or has this abrupt thrust into the mainstream created relentless stress and obligation to maintain interest or outperform that's left them unable to enjoy even a moment of peace? Hello, Marcus.
Hey.
Amy.
Howdy.
Forrest.
Hi.
What was your role in the creation of the game?
I was the programmer. I did all of the programming.
I was the one that pitched the idea, all the animation. I designed the character, a lot of the music and sound too.
One of two artists on the team. I helped design the tasks on Skeld. I did a lot of the promotional art that you see.
How did the idea for Among Us first come to be?
I remembered this game that we used to play growing up. We just called it Mafia, but you like gather in a house, you turn off all the lights, you assign one person to be the hidden imposter, and then you walk around, and when you get to someone, you find the dead body, you call a meeting. And I was like, I wonder if we could do like a mobile version of this to make it easily accessible. And so I pitched it to Forrest and Amy, and we were super excited, so we kind of just went for it.
What was the inspiration behind the artwork and the character design?
My limitation of art style.
The art style came from limitation.
There wasn't really any other options. It was just, here's how it's gonna look, because this is all I can do.
How did you settle on the title?
Instead of imposter, it was going to be infected. So there was like this infection among us sort of deal.
On the Google store, it's called Space Mafia in the URL.
Because that was the initial name?
Yeah, we can't keep calling it Space Mafia. We should come up with an actual name.
How did it feel knowing that your baby was going to see the outside world for the first time?
Launch day is it's always exciting. And then at some point you just hit the button.
Were you like sitting there refreshing the page like, does anyone care?
We got 15 likes or something. I was like,
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Definitely nerve-wracking. Are people going to play this game and play with friends and want to continue playing this game?
How was it initially received?
There was a lot of people that said, oh, this looks cool. I wish I could play it, but I don't have enough friends.
Were you deflated at all by the lack of initial interest?
Maybe a little, but it was just like, we knew what we could do to fix it. It was like 2 months of, should we move on or should we try and make it so more people get the chance to play it?
It's not like giving up hope. It's just like, okay, I think this is done now.
Like time to move on, next project?
We're just like, yeah, Among Us is done. I basically caved to the pressure and was like, okay, I'll do online.
Do you remember the moment when you realized this game is about to go viral?
Our phones are going crazy. Your servers are down. So apparently a pretty well-known Korean streamer had found our game and was playing. This game suddenly went international.
Eventually, it finally hopped into an English-speaking crowd with the UK streamer Kaif, and then Soda Poppin' talking about, oh, I wanted to play this game. And then he brought in XQC, who had 40,000, and he got obsessed with the game. And it just spread through streamer friend circles.
You see a big streamer, 30,000 viewers, and you start to rise up the Twitch standings. So our category was oh, it's second only to Just Chatting. And then it passes Just Chatting.
So you had the #1 game on Twitch.
You don't know what's really even happening or what the state of things are, but it's just pure excitement.
What do you think it was that kind of sparked that moment?
If you got the same 10 streamers in a room all the time, that's not going to go viral. But when you get 2 or 3 new streamers each time, that's how it happens.
But your game was set up with all the ingredients necessary for it to become a viral sensation. Even swapping out one person, let alone 9 other people, is going to give you an entirely new experience.
It was really easy to point out early on that this has the potential to explode.
In November of last year, you had 500 million active users in a single month. Has that number sat in?
Oh my God. It's like an unfathomable number. It doesn't make any sense. It's really hard to process.
Kind of. I've looked at it a few times.
Yeah.
And It never gets less weird.
That's like 1/14 or 15th of the Earth's population.
Those numbers still sound super fake to me. There's like this YouTube video where it shows the different charts and then Among Us just immediately just skyrockets and there's just like really intense rock music playing. Oh, that makes me crack up every single time.
I don't think it's humanly possible to grasp the amount of people that is. Like, I can't even picture that amount of people. What was the internal dynamic within the team? Did it just become super stressful because of all the pressure?
Among Us going viral is just like, okay, like, this is my life. The pressure to get things done quickly was really high.
You just kept going full throttle.
Yeah, September to December. We're talking to like Xbox, PlayStation. They were gonna try to get Among Us on, you know, these platforms, which usually takes, you know, many months, like half a year to a year most. And we're like, 3 months, we're gonna try that. And it's just like,
did you like feel burnt out during that period?
I definitely burnt out. After Game Awards, we specifically were like, we are going to take a break. You get a holiday, hallelujah. It was tough because during all of this, like we weren't able to see friends and family. So like when, gotta look good for YouTube.
You look great.
Being so tired from working, like I can't even go visit my family during COVID and I had to spend holidays alone.
You're sitting here with all of this newfound success. You don't even have that release of spending time with family. It was all work, 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 work.
Yeah, that was definitely the hardest time.
Were there any people that you were surprised or excited to see playing your game?
Having grown up, like, you know, in like 2008 sort of era, and then like seeing Soldier Boy play Among Us, that was pretty crazy for me.
You're like, Soldier Boy up all in this hoe.
I don't have a good response to that, but
Where do I begin? AOC playing threw me for a loop. That was completely unprompted.
Yeah.
I've had people like message me like, wow, that's so cool that you got AOC. It's like, nope.
I want to show you a few clips from my favorite imposter, and I'd like to see how you react to these plays.
for sure. I don't know if lights are, lights.
That play was wild. Just, I guess the lights were off.
I love the risky kills, like just hop right into their party and take them out. It's a common theme. Got to get those lights out.
So good.
Sure.
Just lights off, come, kill, straight to the throat, out of there. Yeah, I guess that's kind of all of his kills that we're seeing here. Just turn off the lights, run, and kill.
That one was the closest call of any.
Lights go out. I see the vent open in the dark. She's literally right behind me. And she just dies.
Oh,
No, it was just so.
And that's how you get Valkyrie out.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
Like, who has balls like that? Okay, okay,
You
I'm
guys
down to
want to,
vote
right?
Toast.
And then someone else immediately is framed. Were you expecting the game to be played like this when you guys were developing it?
No. No. We approached the game design from like, everybody should be able to play it. We pulled it down so casual that it was like, yeah, this is a casual game. You just chilling with your friends. And
You weren't expecting it to be like adrenaline pumping through your veins, like this is the most intense play of all time.
the groups that came out of it got so good, so fast. It was insane.
Favorite and least favorite task, go.
Simon Says it takes way too long, and you usually get interrupted.
The one where it spins around, you have to time the button.
I
to,
could
like,
never
click
get
it.
that one. I'm like, was this designed by Satan?
Oh man, I can't get it right anytime.
For everyone out there that hates that one because you couldn't do it, don't worry, the creators can't even do it.
I tried.
I think I'm like required to love Card Swipe, who made sure that it was.
Did
on
you make
the
Card
airship.
Swipe?
I made like all of the original tasks.
I actually really like the card swiping task.
You like it?
It's designed for mobile. If you play on your phone.
Oh, then
it's
you could just swipe it with your finger.
Yep.
My gut reaction is going to be Card Swipe,
It's probably notoriously the most annoying one.
which it was designed to be. That's how it should be. I like capturing nuance of like real life experiences, and sometimes it's annoying. So it's like bringing you into that world.
It's like you're in a hurry, you gotta pee extremely bad, and you're trying to get your keys out of your pocket to unlock your door, and because you're under so much pressure, you can't even do it, and then you piss your pants, kind of.
Exactly like that, actually.
Did you have any fears regarding the sudden success?
I'm not sure if I ever actually told anybody, but just like murdered by success.
It seems like all you could ever want is success, and then once you have success, you realize how much pressure there is to maintain that success, to one-up that success.
Trying to like one-up yourself while catching up, these things all take time. And like when you're under, you know, millions, hundreds of millions of people worth of pressure, they don't understand that it takes months. The server issues should be fixed tomorrow. Adding new stuff should be, next week. It's so easy. It's a lot of pressure. It's overwhelming.
The amount of attention that we had on us, and like every little thing that we do is going to get looked at and criticized. Like we changed the font at one point because it needed to be changed, and people like, bring back the old font. I don't like this new font.
How different was the new font?
I can't even tell.
How do you deal with negative feedback and criticism regarding the game?
There's a certain amount that you just have to ignore because they're not trying to help. They're just saying dead game because they want attention. But you have to be able to parse at least if there's a nugget of truth to like a problem and they're just upset. You have to figure out what causes that.
It's almost your job to translate and understand if this person's just being a troll, trying to hurt your feelings, or if they actually have some kind of constructive criticism that you should listen to.
There was a while at the beginning of the year where a lot of the negative comments were really starting to get to me, and I was getting, combined with the overwhelmed feelings, I was just like, I don't even want to work on this anymore. I'm done.
And it's so weird because everyone thinks that, once you have success, then your dreams are made and then life is all perfect at that point. You don't have to worry about anything anymore.
That's not really how it is. I mean, there's an element of that to success. It helps. Yeah. It definitely helps with other stresses, but
for sure,
it switches it. You just have something else instead.
Did anyone in your life treat you differently after realizing that you had created Among Us?
I have to go to the bank, for business. Every time, the teller is like, oh yeah, my kids play your game.
Oh wait, the teller will talk to you about it?
Yeah, they because they pull it up and they're like, oh, Innersloth, you made Among Us. Like, I'm gonna tell my kids that I
handle your most personal private information.
Basically, I mean,
I do recall a couple people from school or college having emailed us wanting to talk to us. It was like, oh, I talked to you once in my life.
Yeah.
I did get a lot of like Facebook messages from people I hadn't talked to in a long time. Like, hey, I found Among Us. Wow, I can't believe you made that.
Hey, remember me from high school? I was the kid that bullied you. You want to hang out? What's your favorite piece of Among Us inspired content?
I mean, I love the fan art. As someone who draws, I love seeing people's, headcanons or interpretations of something that I have worked on.
There's this one Japanese comic creator, and they're just the cutest, like, sort of slice of life Among Us, like, person with the Among Us characters and, like, the things that they do. Amazingly well done, and it's super cute, and the art style's adorable.
Well, my answer will have to be Among Us dog.
It's perfectly framed so you can't see his back legs. He just looks like the Among Us dude.
Then people were, like, photoshopping it into the game and having it walk around and stuff.
Do you keep up with any of the real sus stuff?
I might have seen more than I ever want to, but
there's a lot out there. I'm like, how can you possibly make this game dirty? Oh, this person does.
There's always a way.
Usually my first thought is just like, someone spent however long it took to make this.
They had to pay special attention to the crevasse.
It finds its way into our eyes sometimes.
Yes, you've seen some voluptuous Among Us characters.
I try to just like delete that from my memory.
Before we continue learning about the world of creating Among Us, today we are revealing once and for all what is under these crewmate suits. I'd like to bring attention to Slade the Sloth's final form. Yes, he was once a disembodied head that lurked in the corner of the set, but we will never speak of that again. The extremely talented pastel print spent months meticulously crafting the new I Spent a Day with mascot with opposable limbs and the softest fur you will never touch. Slade and I have really bonded in ways that I never knew I could with something that I didn't physically push out of my own body. And that's that, okay? So with that said, thank you so much to Omen for sponsoring this episode. On Omen Gaming Hub, you can download Oasis, which is a free and easy to use add-on that creates a virtual room for you and up to 15 of your friends for private gaming and watch parties. Oasis makes connecting and gaming with friends much easier with advanced screen sharing settings and seamless audio quality, so you won't have to worry about a shitty internet connection or tech problems throwing everything out of whack and causing you to sit there relentlessly trying to fix your video and audio settings while your friends have the time of their lives without you. And because you can use your voice or text chat while you share your screen or play along with someone else's, Oasis allows you to hang out with friends wherever you are, and yes, I do mean wherever. Play together, watch together, chat together, share together. all with Oasis by Omen. So download Oasis on Omen Gaming Hub and try out the beta now to support this series and to try out some great software. But hold up, because I'd also like to thank BetterHelp for making all of this possible as well. I've talked before about how therapy has been helpful for me, but therapy can be customized to whatever is right for you and can be really useful in providing tools to help with motivation or feelings of depression, anxiety, stress, insecurity, or whatever else that you might need. BetterHelp has been continuing to improve throughout the years and screens all therapists to ensure that they have experience and are certified and licensed, and provides customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your licensed therapist, so you don't even have to see anyone on camera or speak over the phone if that's not something that you're comfortable with. Therapy can be expensive, and the price of finding a therapist you like and really click with can really start to get overwhelming, which is why BetterHelp offers a more affordable alternative to in-person therapy, where you can start communicating with your licensed therapist in less than 48 hours. So thanks again to BetterHelp, who are giving I Spend a Day with viewers and listeners 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Padilla. That's betterhelp.com/Padilla. Now back to the world of creating Among Us. What are some of the most bizarre suggestions that you've had from fans?
There's the worst one. That's the most obvious one.
What?
Just add sex to Among Us.
Add sex to Among Us.
Add sex.
These are the least sexualized characters ever.
Literal beans.
Literal beans, they don't have genitals. BINO wants to know what the Among Us characters look like under their suits.
I actually have a drawing.
Today, we are revealing once and for all what is under these crewmate suits from one of the official artistes of Among Us. What is under the crewmate suit? Oh, so within the suit is another suit.
We don't want to determine a lot of the Among Us lore. We like
Yeah.
people coming up with their own, stories. This is just poking fun of that idea. It's just like, what is under the suit? It's just another crewmate.
That is exactly what I would imagine under the crewmate suit. The Facts Girl wants to know why Red's hand is blue in his kill animation.
That's probably just a bug.
It's become synonymous with the game, though.
Has it? I didn't know that. We're constantly fixing stuff, so I don't know what's out in the live
Yeah.
version right now.
Considering the game has blown up so massively, there's almost no way you can maintain or continue to grow at that rapid pace. Does any part of you have that fear of like, oh, we're starting to dip in popularity, or like almost that feeling of like this game isn't relevant anymore?
It's like a psychological thing that you always want to be going up. Like, that's just what
Absolutely.
you want to do.
If capitalism taught me one thing, it's to always
Yeah.
be growing.
You have to peak, like you said. Like, you can't go up forever. Peaking isn't a bad thing. There can be pressure to like, we gotta squeeze everything we can out of this game, but I don't think we'll do that. Like, we'll do what we can with the game. Once there's no more ideas, we're not gonna force it.
The beauty of the huge success is that like there's no fear of the future. There's no reason to need to get back up to that level, and so it's not scary if you don't.
Do you have any fear of irrelevancy, as like people will comment like no one cares about Among Us anymore or anything like that?
We get tons of that. We get tons
Yeah.
of that already. Probably everybody at Innersloth has muted Dead Game because
Dead game is just a banned phrase.
yeah, there's no reason to listen to anyone saying
Yeah.
Dead Game.
We've responded to those comments, and all of a sudden they're like, wow, I love your game, this and that. And it's like, but you just said dead game. Or people will insist that it's a dead game, and it's like, go to Twitch. It's got like still crazy numbers that I don't believe, but
Right.
like 50K people watching.
That's a lot still, like any game designer would be thrilled to have 50,000 people watching it, but yet you're here with 50,000 people watching at any given moment, and people are saying that the game is dead just because it reached
know.
such massive numbers that any decrease to people will feel like, oh, it's gone down, no one cares anymore. Tell me about Among Us 2.
We're gonna one-up ourselves. That was the idea. And then everything changed, and we canceled Among Us 2 and was like, okay, we have all of these people who think Among Us is new. We should just add all of those things to Among Us 1 and like keep the wave going.
So every feature that was gonna make it into Among Us 2 is now in Among Us?
I mean, not yet, but that's the plan.
So Among Us 2 completely scrapped.
I think so. Yeah. Among Us 2, Dead Game, Among Us 1. We'll see.
Very much alive, very thriving. What are the new things that you're going to continue to add in Among Us? Is there anything that you could tell us regarding like new modes or rules or mods?
We've got 15-player lobbies coming really soon.
Is that going to add like a new layer? Do you think that's going to bring a lot of people back?
I'm hoping it brings in a lot of the streamers again, just because you can add even more people. It actually plays more chaotically than you'd think. Like, it's actually pretty interesting and fun.
Probably we're gonna look at like adding like roles in to
Roles being...
past crewmate and imposter. So third parties with separate interests are going to add friends lists and cross-platform account linking and, you know, quality of life features.
Do you have any plans to release a completely unrelated game?
We've had an idea for years now that we've just had on the back burner, and I think we'll finally tackle it soon.
One hint.
Man, I don't even know what to say.
This is a world exclusive, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. One-word hints at the next game by the Among Us creators at Interslop.
Toilet Wizard.
What do you think the biggest misconception is about Among Us?
I think people think simple art, easy art. It should take 1 second. They're like, how can a map take that long? It's just lines.
Making games is still really hard. We're still working on Among Us, and we're going to keep it running and keep improving it until you don't want us to anymore.
The imposter chance is like this set number or something. It's true random, which is the worst random.
It is true random, which is strange because then you get the same person being imposter 3 times in a row.
That's just math, man.
Yeah. All right, you have 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly in camera. Go.
I think I would just shout out everyone that I'm working with right now. Like, everyone's doing such a good job, and it's so amazing to see.
You already know about Among Us, but you can play other indie games too. Like, just go on itch.io, find some indie games.
AMU on Twitter, and you can also follow any game updates from Interslop Dev and Among Us Game, and play more indie video games.
After spending the day with these 3 creators of Among Us, I've come to understand that while seeing your creations suddenly receive ample appreciation is extremely exhilarating and satisfying, any creator or artist is likely to feel pressure when experiencing this rise in success. But I have no doubt this team will continue to catch us off guard with their future creations as well. Does any part of you fear that you're just like a flash in the bucket, like this is one and gone, one hit wonder type situation?
It might have been a flash in the bucket, but everyone got wet.
True,
Oh, wow, that
500
sounds
million,
terrible.
1/15 of the world's population got wet from Among Us.
Oh
Among Us.
no, that sounds terrible.
Well, you know what I mean. Bucket water. Totally safe and kosher.
Bucket water.